Welcome to the show. Good morning, beautiful people out there. It's time for us to give you sports update. And you already know my name is Kizike. And I urge you, please do stay with us as we talk this through together. And then our guest will be joining us virtually in the person of Olamide, a seasoned sports analyst who always would love to talk. He's always ready to talk about sports. And then it'll be so interesting because I'll give you some of the highlights of what we should be talking about on the show today. The first one we'll start with to be the Finidi saga. It's a big talk about Finidi and the rest of the NFF, a whole lot of big talk. And we look into another one. We'll talk about Super Eagles unending problems. Do you think this will end anytime soon? Why is the delay? We'll tell you the reason why there is a delay as it stands at this ground. And also Eric Chelle. A lot of people are saying, no, we don't like him. Are you a fan of that man? Do you want to see him manage the Super Eagles? Do you want him to be the head coach? We'll talk about it. And then we'll still let you know some Olympic stories. But then, no motivation. We talked about it yesterday. But then there's a whole lot to be analyzing about Mokaro, ex-Super Eagles player, coming to say that these players lack motivation. We had an interview yesterday with Shegun Degbami. Hopefully we'll bring that to you, but hopefully maybe not today. Yes, Osimhen's saga. Damiani, an Italian man, has come to say Osimhen really needs help. He's urging and saying that he wants Antonio Conte to just help Osimhen, like help him, just in case his transfer falls. Just in case he don't leave the pet in the pie, just in case he remains with the Napoli people, just find a way around it and you fix him in. Just boost his game. That's a lot of talk. And also, we'll give you update about all of the Olympic talks, everything ongoing, the games that haven't played, and also when it's scheduled to start tomorrow, 26th, and that will be a very big time. And all of these all wrapped up in one show. We talk about it together. Please do stay with us. But then the saga, where we talk about Finidi George, it's so funny that the NFF, according to reports we learned, that the NFF, as it stands now, have not officially confirmed the departure of Finidi George. How? They also talk about him, talk about us, talk about the NFF wanting to, I don't know. So when you look at all of these talks, you begin to imagine and begin to ask questions. Are we really doing it right? Are we doing it right? How did Finidi George resign and the NFF is claiming they are not aware? How? Just how? Because when you look at it, you begin to say, this looks like there's no sync. We don't synchronize well, there's no synergy, and then it's a whole lot of talk point. But then, like I said, I'll have my guest. I hope you just connected live so we can talk more and dissect with the first one. So the first one is where saying NFF yet officially confirmed Finidi's departure, and it's a big talk. How? Just how on earth? Now, we are clamoring for a foreign coach. We're saying we want this coach, we want this coach, we want this coach. But the man in question, Finidi George, they are saying they've not officially let him go. And Finidi George, you need to know, it's funny that he's already unveiled as the Rivers United coach, the coach of Rivers United. And then we wanted to have him back to the team. What would it take the NFF to say yes? And we also learned that, it's not just about that, we also learned that they said, some of the NFF people, nobody should confirm his resignation. So it's a whole lot of talk point. But we'll go on a quick break. When we return, the show officially starts properly. Please stay with us.
Good morning. It's the start of a beautiful day. Well, start your day right with a healthy dose of news, fun, and inspiration. Join us on VO topics and uplifting stories to set your current events to lifestyle and entertainment. You are covered. You have more than a voice.
You're still watching Voice of the People TV. Welcome back from that quick break. It's time for us to analyze the NFF talk now. They are saying they might be suing the Finidi George, just maybe. How come? I have my man on the sideline virtually. We're connecting live now. Olamide, if you can hear me very well. Good morning to you. Good morning. Oh, I hope you can connect with me well. So we can talk that one. Then talk about it. We need to talk about this quickly. The NFF yet to officially confirm Finidi's departure because it's a whole lot of talk. And then you begin to say, is it okay? Lamide, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
You're all right. Welcome. Good morning. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so it's a nice time again to have you on TV to talk sports. Okay, so we want to start with a very big one out there. It's a whole lot of talk point that the NFF recently have said they are yet to confirm the departure of Finidi George. If they ask you as a Nigerian now, who's your head coach or who is the coach of the Nigerian Super Eagles, you'll be like, we don't have a coach for now. But the one we had within a short period of time, it wasn't up to 2 months, you know. As it stands now, they are saying they are officially yet to confirm his departure. What message does this one portray? What message does this one give to the masses? What message does this one portray to you personally? Because we also learned that they are likely going to sue Finidi, and I wonder how. Finidi is on field already. Finidi is now the coach of Rivers United. What's going on? Tell me about that. What you make?
Well, that means the NFF is actually divided in itself. That means there is some kind of politics going on behind the scenes that the people are not knowing about. But just now that the NFL has come out to say that they are yet to confirm Finidi's exit, that says a lot about the administration entirely, and even the NFP in total. That means there are some information that are being kept from some particular people in the whole situation. So for me personally, I think it is so very unserious for the NFF to come out now to say they are yet to confirm Finidi's departure. Even throughout the whole Finidi and Osimhen's issue, there was no press release or maybe an official statement from the NFF that say on the issue, and this is what they ought to be doing. That's what.
Yeah, Olamide, can you hear me? I feel like I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off a bit. I'm struggling to hear you. So I don't know if the mic is waving off. I feel like you could make it okay. I'm struggling a little bit.
I'm hearing you. I can hear you clearly.
I think it sounds better now. I wasn't hearing what you were saying before. Sorry. I don't know if you can,
Yes. It says a lot about the NFF, and it says a lot about the image generally of Nigeria's football. Because just imagine now that a team like Arsenal, Arteta coming out to say that he has not confirmed if a particular player or the Arsenal board coming out to say they've not confirmed if Arteta has left or maybe someone has gone. It doesn't really make sense. So it says a lot about the arrangement. As I've always said that if politics is being removed from Nigeria's football, what's it called? I think we'll be able to really move forward. But without it, it's just a mess. It's just an entire mess.
Okay, if I got you correctly, you're trying to say it shows there's no bond, there's no connection, and it sounds like they have two faces of NFF. Do you know that?
Exactly. There's a divided house that way. It's not possible for the NFF to say they do not know. It is impossible. So it says a lot about it. Maybe the person who sacked Finidi, maybe there are some people in the NFF who are not in support. Maybe
but Finidi wasn't sacked. He resigned.
Yes, if he says he's resigning, he would have said that to some particular, high stakeholders in the NFF. And it means they agreed for him to have resigned. They can't say they don't know about it, but it says a lot about the unity. NFF. It says a lot about that.
But yeah, it's so impossible. I feel like I'm just saying with my head. I feel like it's so impossible for Finidi to resign without the confirmation of the NFF. You are working on that set of people that give you a job. You have the right to resign. It's okay. We are humans. I'm not cool with the job anymore. But the part where they are coming out to say we're not aware, I don't know. Okay, so let me ask you this question. Is it possible that they could sue him? My take, I don't know. I feel like on that part, I don't know. We don't really know about the contract. It wasn't so official. I feel like it was when the masses, you and I were talking about it. That was when the NFF brought out that, and said it's a 1 year. But aside that, can they sue him on this on this part?
I'm not sure it is possible to see him because now if you start seeing the post, if you start seeing Finidi, it will expose more things that even the NFF does not want the people to know about. So let's say they sue him now, and then Finidi's lawyer comes out to say that so person knows about the resignation, and also there are some people who confirmed it. So that would say a lot about the division. Like the NFF is clearly it's very glaring that they are divided, honestly. So I don't think they would even try to see him at all. It's just all
Okay.
media.
It's funny, it's funny because this NFF, when we talk about the NFF, they are, I would say, they are the face to see for Nigerian football. The senior national team are under the NFF, even the Super Falcons as well, because also there's the news about the Super Falcons we have to talk about on the show. But on this part of Finidi, what does this message portray to the world at large? That the NFF, Nigerian Football Federation, are coming out to say, according to reports, that they have not officially confirmed the departure of their ex-coach, and they are in search of a new coach. What kind of message does this possess or portray to the world at large?
Yes, it shows the unseriousness. It shows the unseriousness and unpatriotic acts and other negative. What's it called? It's putting Nigeria under the negative spotlight because we call ourselves the giant of Africa, and even the way we've been performing so far so good for the qualification of the next World Cup is not encouraging at all. And also the way Finidi and Osimhen's issue, how it later turned out to social media, an embarrassment for the national team, for the NFF as well. And now they're now still coming out to say it's not confirmed if Finidi has resigned or not. It doesn't really make sense to me. Because if I'm working personally under someone now and I resign, it is very certain, it is almost certain that the person will be below. Even if the person will just, you leave the company or something, they would have confirmed that, okay, this guy has left us. They would have confirmed. But now you coming out, though it is from reports, that we are hearing this thing. NFF can even come out next tomorrow now, or let's say in the next few minutes and say, okay, that is rumor. There are a lot of things that need to go on. There are a lot of things. So I think that's just let's just say it is reports. Let's just say according to reports. Because I don't think NFF should be coming out to say so. It's not
okay. All right. So let's still go with the NFF now and talk more. What about the parts where we are still in search of a coach? I call this one Super Eagles unending problem continues. At this point, at the detriment of the team, what could be the delay? Why is this happening?
Yeah, it says a lot. Everything connects back to the way the NFF is being run. When you put a lot of people together and these people have just one goal, they have one vision, they have the passion to do. They are not being politically selected by someone somewhere saying, okay, this person is my brother, go and do the NFF, so and so. When you are somewhere based on merit, like you actually achieve this thing, you get this thing based on your performances, you go there and you perform wonders. So I think it's just based on the unseriousness, and there are some things we are not, we don't really, it's not as if Nigerians don't know, but we don't have any evidence to prove the fact that they have it divided out. But it is still glaring. I think it's part of the issue. I think the house is not divided in its own now. He would have gotten a replacement, or probably felt maybe to come back, or Pesero to come back and manage the team again.
What?
So it's just a
What did I hear you say?
Yeah. They can actually still bring him back.
Would that be so shameful? Bring a Pesero back. How?
Well, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. I think so. Yes, it will be shameful, it will be embarrassing that why did we even start in the first place?
Because it doesn't tell good of a nation. You let a manager go. That's how unorganized it would look more. Because even at this point in time, we can say the NFF are unorganized, I could say. But if you try or you dare to bring back a Pesero, I think that's a big shame to Nigerian football, sincerely, I tell you. Because Pesero had all the time. I could read his body gestures, his body language. At some point, we could recall. We knew Pesero wanted to stay with Nigeria. He loved Nigeria.
Yes,
But all of the body language, the gestures, he got some offer from Algeria, some country, we're calling him. But he said, I'm taking my time. And we never called him back. We owed him. We couldn't pay 70,000 US dollar. He had to take a pay cut for 50. And even with the 50, he was still owed. Looking at it, why we get a Pesero back? I'm just saying. It won't work for me though.
Right now Nigeria is in a big mess already. So even, no matter the coach, he actually, no matter the manager or the coach he brings into the team now, it is still on the negative side for Nigeria. We've already put ourselves in this situation, so we just have to find our way out of it. I believe the whole Pesero issue, everything happened behind the scene. There would have been someone somewhere saying some things, maybe keeping the money because President Bola Tinubu said he has cleared the old debt
Yeah,
to
we
the
heard
NFF.
that. For 2021, he cleared all the
He said
bills.
he cleared it. So why did they owe Pesero? So these are the issues. When you are not being truthful with your coach, he promised to take you to the semi-final. That's what he promised us. Then he exceeded our expectations. We didn't expect Nigeria to get to the finals. And he did that. So why should we be owing him? It doesn't really make sense. So I think everything falls back to the NFF. But the media doesn't really look at the NFF party. They look at the team, give their focus, bring their touchlight on the coaches, not the NFF party. I think they need to start looking into what is really going on behind the scenes.
Okay, now in the NFF story now, let's go with another one. Super Eagles coach appointment, and then one man has been in the news, Eric Chelle. I know him playing time, playing wise, he did so well, amazingly well. And, he's a big name on a grassroots note. No disrespect to him, and I mean big name on a grassroots, you know what I mean? Like, he does well with the junior category of football, if you know what I'm trying to say. Now, he took Mali to a point, at the Nations Cup, and it doesn't sound like it's so enticing and the rest of that. It doesn't feel like it's shaking me a bit. But, and can I tell you this one? Olamide, truth be told, all of the shortlisted men that the NFF have told us that we are waiting to know who would be the godfather coach of the Super Eagles. This man you have, Eric Chelle, who is having a Mali transition and whether to stay or to go. He had an issue with the Malian FA, but let's keep that aside now. Forget about the saga where the Malians are saying, the players, not the Mali, I'm saying. When the players are saying, we want this man to stay, we like him to stay, if he doesn't stay, we'll not play, there's a riot and the rest of the talk. Let's be sincere with ourselves. This man was never in the picture of the NFF. And all of a sudden, we are now looking at him as a man who is very close and waiting for the NFF to just finally, have this talk. And then, so I don't think he's scared about the Mali threat and the rest of that. He's not concerned about, he's concerned about his future. He would love to manage Nigeria. There's no comparison in football. Nigeria and Mali, we are far better. Check the records well. Check the stats. We are okay. We are good to go. Any manager would jump in, not even when you have a manager of this low class. I'm sorry if I use the word low class, but then, talk about football, I should place him as a low class manager. Eric Chelle, is he a right man for you? Do you think this man can manage Nigeria Super Eagles? Knowing fully well that we have some, a set of a team. Now, I talk about the valuation of the team, and I had an interview yesterday with Shego Digbami, and I was saying to him, and I told him, we have a squad. And he said to me, we don't have a squad. And his reasons, I think about his reasons. He said to me, you cannot say Nigeria have a squad. We might have valuable players. But then check out, since from the Pesero time, nobody has been able to, even from the Guavon to Genetrol. The players Genetrol left. Some of them are still. So it's just like picking out, and it's not a full reshuffling. So tell me now, do you think this Eric Chelle can do the job with the Super Eagles? Can he take us to the World Cup? That's the question.
Well, I think I've once said that there's no guarantee that any coach would be able to beat his chest. Even coach like Carlo Ancelotti or Buffalo or things like that. It's not certain that any coach will come now and beat his chest and he will take Nigeria to the World Cup. Because if the players are not ready to go to the World Cup, there's no way we can go. The coach cannot just get to the field and score goals for us. It doesn't work that way. Now, and I think I don't go in line with what our Nigerian legend, what he said, that we don't have a squad. Nigeria has a squad. We have players, we have good players at that. But I think these players, there are things they know behind the scenes that is making them act the way they are acting. They know that the NFF board, they are not united. There's this unity.
So you're trying to say, okay, let me put it this way: we have good players, but we don't have. Do we have a team?
Yes, we have team.
We have a team. We have a team.
See, with that team, we look at what what's it called? Cote d'Ivoire. Look at what they did during the Nations Cup. Their coach left. And the teams too, they came back, they got to the final, they delivered.
MFA, right?
Yeah, so if there is a team, you don't even need to bring any professional practitioners to come and manage the team. Look at what Chelsea did in 2012. Their coach left, but the assistant coach delivered the
But
Champions League.
let me say, let me say this to you now, Olamide. And when you talk about if we do have a team, I would
Yeah.
say we used to have a team with Pesero. I could say that.
Yeah.
But do we have a team now? I don't think so. Because I can tell you, when you say a team is built, it means that's a sync. I mean, they all know themselves. They play like the way the Spanish are playing. Few players are leaving, and there's always a big replacement. That is one. Now, when you say we have a team, it means that there's a togetherness. There is a bond. You already know this and this. This man leaves, this man stays. We know how it works. But I would say that we don't have a team, but we have a squad. We have a valuable team. When I use the word team, we have, oh, no, that's not the word. That's not the word I'm talking. We have a valuable squad, right? A squad. Now, when I mean squad, a squad is not a team. Do you get the point? Now, a squad is a set of players. When you talk about how they are, a squad makes up a team. But when we say a team, we know like the Spanish. I could give you with the past Euros that we just saw. Now, we could see the Belgium side. Now, that's a problem. The Spanish side have a team. The Belgian side have the squad. They don't have the team within a short period of time. That man, that Italian man, the gaffer could not be able to bring them, Dominicali, that's the name, he could not bring them together as one because of the way they are all going and, Hazard left, some players have left, no replacement, and the team barely have time to train together. Now, if you want to have a team, the only way to have a team is the continuity in football, and that is what Spain is doing, and that's what I feel that Finidi would have done. But I know that whenever there's a manager, he wants to come with his own style and the rest of that. Truth be told, Pesero just lacked flair. He was a good coach. At the Nations Cup, he lacked flair. Like, we weren't dominating, we weren't playing possessive football,
the
right?
Entertainment and all that.
But it's just what it is. Okay, so you're not a fan of Sekou Chelle. Do you want him?
Well, I I think any coach they bring into the team, it boils down to the NFF. If these players know that there would be a reward for what they are doing, they won't feel cheated or there won't be any politics behind the scene. The NFF would create that thing. If you look at the Spanish FA, even if any coach comes in now and say they want to play their own tactics, you have to play the tactics on a particular philosophy. So that philosophy will be created. You have it on ground.
That's always the football methodology. You're right.
It is always a football methodology. That's just it. Nobody can just come and say you want to change Spain from playing tiki-taka football to changing them from playing and that. It cannot work. They will not. They won't allow you to do that. But you will just create your own tactics around the philosophy of the thing. But look at it. We don't have any philosophy. And who will create the philosophy? It will be created, from years from now, and it boils down to the planning, NSS, the budgeting, all of that, plans ahead for it. So I think it still goes back, it falls back on the NSS. Finidi would have done well. I think everything was okay, but it's just it is what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so let me leave you with the last one before I let you go. Let's talk about this one now. Omar Caro, ex-Super Eagles International, as of yesterday, reported to the media firm, like a sister station, he said the Super Eagles team lack on seriousness. Do you understand that? He said the team itself, now it's not about the team, now the players, that's the right phrase. He said the players we have in our set of current Super Eagles now, he said they lack seriousness. They are so unserious. Do you buy into that one?
I don't buy into that. I think that's premium gaslighting.
That's what?
It's premium gaslighting to the players. It's very disrespectful to say they lack on seriousness. Let's look at what they played during the Nations Cup. We didn't really play. We didn't have a particular tactics or let's say formation per se. But they put in there. Look at players like Osimhen running around the field, doing all sorts. Look at look at all our players. They were playing with their heart out. They actually put everything they had. So for now to come out to say they are playing with seriousness, it doesn't make sense. I don't think it makes sense. It's just like saying you're working for someone, the person has not created an atmosphere for you to flourish. But it's not blaming you that you're not doing your work. No, it doesn't. I think that's very disrespectful to the players.
Okay. I already know you're not sounding cool with a Mokaro, all right? So let me ask you this one. The more you talk, the more I get to ask questions. Gennett Raw, he identifies some reasons why the Nigerian team, while we are struggling. Let me ask you this question. Do you think we shouldn't have let Gennett Raw leave?
just like we said earlier, teams that have been successful had plans. Even if they
Right.
change coaches, they will stick with their tactics, they will stick with their philosophy.
Mm.
But it's just like we are always doing a quick fix. We don't focus on, overhauling the system and planning ahead. But always this, quick fix. Okay, bring in this coach after qualifying for this World Cup, is hacking. Bring this one. Okay, didn't do well in the Nations Cup, is hacking. I don't think it works that way. So any coach per se, I don't really buy into the idea of okay, this one is big coach, that one is small coach. But create that philosophy. Let the players have an idea. Let them have a philosophy. People give them any kind of coach, they will go to the field of play and they will deliver.
All right. Thank you so much, Alamide, for your time. I need to let you go now. Thank you so much. You have a great day. It's a Thursday. How you seeing the Olympics so far?
Yeah. Great game. I actually saw Argentina's game yesterday. It was
Morocco.
okay.
It's okay,
Sorry,
right?
Morocco and Argentina.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. We'll talk again.
Okay.
All right, so thank you so much, Olamide. Right, that's the voice of Olamide. He's not very cool with some of the talks, and like I don't like this. Okay, but that's just a mistake. It sounds out. But we go on a quick break. When we return, officially we'll give you some updates, and then Olympic news comes as well. Stay with us, please.
Good morning. It's the start of a beautiful day. We'll start your day right with a healthy dose of news, fun, and inspiration. Join us on VOP this morning for the latest news, trending topics, and uplifting stories to set your day on the right vibe. From news and current events to lifestyle and entertainment, you are covered. Showing from 7 to 9 a.m. Monday through Friday on VOP TV. VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice. Catch up with the latest topics making the buzz, the stories that tick, the trends. Let's let you in on why they are trending. From politics, entertainment, business, lifestyle, and more. Analyzing the trending stories with top eyeballs. Hashtag on Voice of the People Television, giving you an insight to everything and everyone Nigeria is talking about. Showing on VOP TV, 10 p.m., Monday to Friday. Hashtag, if it's trending, we bring it on. The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People Television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as it is hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being of an individual. It's the fundamental right of everyone to enjoy the highest attainable standard of health without distinction of race, religion, or political belief. On VOP TV, we bring you Health Check, a show that x-rays different health issues and provides solutions with the help of experts in the medical field. Join us every Tuesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Health Check. Health Check on VOP TV. Your health, our priority.
You're still watching Voice of the People TV. Welcome back from that quick break. Let's go with this one now about Victor Osimhen, our own very Nigerian player. You could say Nigeria player, prolific international star. Yeah. Now, former international Oscar or former Italy international, he played for the Italian side Oscar Damani, has said he believes Antonio Conte can help Victor Osimhen maintain top form in the event that the forward failed to secure a move away from the former Serie A champions this summer. Damiani insists that time is ticking if Napoli really want to sell Victor Osimhen. The former winger believes that Conte is the perfect coach to get the best out of Victor Osimhen if he does end up staying at the Estadio Diego Armando Maradona. The negotiation between Osimhen and Napoli and PSG also is a very difficult one as it stands now and then requires a significant amount of money, even for PSG, who have an ownership that allows certain investment to be made. He said this via report, and he said if he stays at Napoli, Antonio Conte will know how to give him the right sort of motivation. Damiani also continues saying, Napoli is a great club and will fight with the greatest ambition. Victor Osimhen, his story looks long, and I don't know. Every day we keep talking. I just pray for Osimhen. I don't know. I'm just waiting to know what club he will be going to. But PSG, who are keen on the player, is being at this point, they are being skeptical. They just might go off. And what if a PSG goes off? What will be the question? Now, let's talk about our own captain, William Troost-Ekong, who scored the winning goal as Sparks Salonika overcame Bosnia club Borac Banja Luka in the 3-2 win in the UEFA Champions League first leg second round tie on Wednesday. It is good to see him return to football. Now, let's talk about another man again away from Troost-Ekong and give you this one. It's about the Chelsea news. Oh, okay. Okay, let's give you this one now. Club football. It could be titled to place on top. You can want to see that. Now, I'm working hard to regain my number one spot at Chelsea. And this one is tough because everybody's wanting to know who would be the number one for Enzo Maresca. Chelsea goalkeeper Robert Sanchez says he's working very hard to reclaim his number one spot ahead of the new Premier League season. Recall that Sanchez arrived from Brighton and Hove Albion in a surprising transfer last summer. While Sanchez did get ample chances last time, he did well. He fully convinced the club and was then displaced by George Petrovic. Speaking to report, Sanchez stated that he will do everything possible to reclaim his number one spot. Now, moving on, he said, I'm training hard to get that position. I got some minutes. We'll go from there and always think playing with my feet is my game. I feel really comfortable with what he wants. He has explained what he wants from me, and I've been doing it in training, and it's looking really good at the moment. I know what I can bring to the team. I am positive it's totally different from the goalkeeper here that needs to be, working with a pair and also show a bit of personality. I think I am the right guy for that. Right now, he said, I'm feeling really confident in training. It's looking good. It's about just being a bit different to what the normal goalkeeper is like. You need to have a bit of arrogance, hold the ball, show a bit, and like I said, I have the pair and I have the quality to show. To Enzo Maresca, Chelsea's story now, everybody's waiting to know who would start for Chelsea. Nobody knows. Nobody's a part. See, you cannot say Chelsea will start Caicedo. You can't say Chelsea will have to play Cucurella. Nobody knows who will start for Chelsea next season. The coming season, I mean to say. Now, there's a new coach, and he works in football. Whenever there's a new coach on board, everybody will have to, put on their A game. Every day is our best day. If you want to play under Enzo Maresca, because right now we don't even know. We did see his style of play a little bit at Leicester City. He has a football methodology. He has a philosophy of the game. He worked under Pep Guardiola, so it means he's a good man to go. But then, you begin to wonder, is this the right man? But that's not the picture for that. Let's leave that now. Now, Asian wants. Let's talk about that one. You could keep it. Now, Endo tips Kubo to replace Mo Salah. Okay, so Liverpool midfielder Wataru Endo believes that Real Sociedad star Takefusa Kobo, has what it takes to replace Mo Salah at Anfield. Recall that they are suggesting that the Japanese, he's the right man, and the press that the 23-year-old already is key and ready to move to Liverpool and then replace Mo Salah. However, speaking, with reports, Endo stated on the future of Salah's replacement, saying maybe Kubo They are looking for a replacement for Mo Salah. So that's probably going to be a real area for Liverpool to strengthen, in the future. And then if they think about who can replace him, I think it's this man you have on the screen. But I don't know if I'm going to say this one is, what's the better word to say? I don't know if it's an Asian brother thing because Endo, I mean, they're even looking alike, Endo and Kubo. I know Kubo very well. I know Kubo's play at Real Madrid. He had a clause before he moved to Sociedad. But when you look at them, you begin to say that they are good players, they are good to go, they are quality players. But then for Salah's replacement, you begin to say who is the right man to replace Salah. But I don't think a Salah will leave this season. That's just what I think. I don't see a Salah leaving this season. If Salah wants to leave, maybe next season. But no club want to sell their key player at this point, looking at the time it stands. So it's about Kubo. Will he stay or will he not stay? Now, let's leave that phase and give you Olympic update. I did promise to give you that. NFF receives confirmation from FIFA for our Super Falcons. Now, ahead of their opening group game, please, I urge you, make sure you see those games Thursday. Nigeria Super Falcons have received their participation confirmation from the World Soccer Governing Body, according to reports took about FIFA. The Nigerian side arrived in France last week after having an intensive training in Seville, Spain to be exact. They settled down in France for their opening game against Brazil. Nigeria Football Federation NFF on Wednesday represented the Super Falcons to get the Galleria that will confirm the participation in the team play. Now, the game against Brazil is slated for 6 p.m. in Bordeaux. And that game, I pray, we come out strong. We like to pray a lot. I hope we can make it on this one. Now, moving away from that story, let's let you know about the team, Super Falcons story. We play against Brazil. I recall the last time we had a Brazil play back in 1996, Kanawanko. That squad, Teslim Fatoussi, Tijani Babangida, Kanawanko, Leslie Babayaro, Wisin Aruma, Jejo Kocha, Akbobo Rie, Pascal, all of players in that side. Uche Okichuku, I don't know where these ones are at this point, but it was so great. Victor Ekpeba, these ones were so amazing. So it was like from the take it back to 92, when we played, we saw the Japan 93 as well. Take it back to US 94, where Westerhoff was amazing with a set of players of blessed memory, Stephen Kechi, of blessed memory, Thompson Oliha, Okucha was in that squad, Samson Siasia. Big team we had at that point. Talk about the defense line, we had good quality. They say gentleman, Uche Okichuku. Austin Eguavon, Benny Roja. What a team that we had at that point. And taking it back to 96 was a nice selection for Bonfrey Joe. And then, what about the team? How did it work? We did so well. We dominated. We won Brazil. We won Argentina. And we moved on. We won the Olympic. And that's Kano. Now, this time around, the Super Falcons of Nigeria will take on Brazil in the Paris 24 Olympic, converted as the opener of the game. And they are aiming to return with gold, possibly. Now, Nigeria Super Falcons are back at the Olympic after 16 years absence. And they are determined to become the first African women team to win gold. Coach Rando Waldrum has a talented squad at his disposal with a perfect blend of youth and experience, led by the peerless and multi-African Player of the Year winner, Agbabola, the street love to call her, Aziza Roshola. Now, the Falcons have a bona fide goalkeeper and a player who has performed at the highest. Now, let's quickly let you know that there are other stars, including Atletico Madrid, Rashida Ajibade, Jennifer Chekini. Ajibade plays for Atletico Madrid. Then, what's the name? Jennifer Chekini just made a move from Juventus Femini to PSG. We have Michela Lozzi. We have also a standout goalkeeper, Chiamaka Nadozi. Yes, they are in a tough group alongside Brazil, Spain, and Japan. I know, but the Super Falcons will be ready for this challenge and perhaps drawing inspiration from the 1996 men category, where we won gold in the football events. Now, despite the 1-0 defeat to Canada in the last warm-up game, Rando Waldrum has said the team is prepared well and are ready to take on the best in the world with an abundance of talent at their disposal. The Nigerian team appears poised for greatness. It's only a matter of time before they make a serious push for glory back to global days. Now, the Paris 2024 Olympic could be the perfect launching pad for the Super Falcons, marking their beginning of an exciting new chapter in Nigerian football history. Still on Olympic Games, let's talk about the host, Michael Olise. They are in the news now. Michael Olise scored a stunning goal as France defeated USA 3-0 in the Group A in the men's football event of the Paris Olympic game on Wednesday. The French coach side are being managed. It's been managed by Thierry Henry, Arsenal legend, and they had to wait till the second half to find a breakthrough against the resolute American side. Alexander Lacazette gave France the lead in the 60th minute as he received the ball close to the US box and hit a low shot which ended at the back of the net. Olise made it 2-0 in the 68th minute as he collected the ball just outside the box, turned and then picked his spot with a curling left foot. With 5 minutes left to play, Loic Badi added the third goal after nodding home from a corner. Meanwhile, other results in the opening fixture of the Paris Olympic Games football event saw Morocco secure a dramatic 2-1 win against Argentina. Iraq beat Ukraine 2-1. Spain defeated Uzbekistan 2-1, while Egypt and Dominican Republic settled for a goalless draw. Japan then thrashed Paraguay 5-0, and Mali held Israel to a 1-1 draw. So that's how it's been about the Olympic. Let's give you more update about the Olympic Games. French women also doing well for the basketball world as they maintain, I could say, an unbeaten record in the pre-Olympic friendly. Now, the host nation women's basketball team ended their pre-Olympic friendly with a perfect record ahead of the Paris 2024 Olympic scheduled to start on Friday, and that's tomorrow, July 26th, and end up August 11th. Now, they began with a couple of easy wins over Finland, 129-50, you could say 129-50, 117-59. They also then beat Serbian side 85-63, and a game that started close before France pulled away in the second quarter was that match. Now, in the final two exhibition games, France faced off against two Asian powerhouse teams in Japan and China. They made it look easy with a pair of victories, 75-62 over Japan and 93-76 over China. Ahead of the international multiple sport choice, talk about the showpiece, the French women's basketball team Olympic roster includes the likes of Marine Johannes, Alexia Achatereau, Mariam Badjani, Romani Bernis, and then Marine for Charles. That's the name. Now, others are Leila Lakan, Dominic Malanga, Sarah Mitchell, Paharaliana Rubet, Janela Salon, Gabriela Williams, and then Valeriana Vukusjovic. These are the names. Now, the French women basketball team is in the Group B side alongside Canada, Nigeria, and then Australia. Now, still on the Olympic news, Aruna drawn against Romania at UNESCO in the first round. Talking about Nigeria and UNESCO's game. Talk about Nigeria and Romania, you could say. Nigeria Quadri Aruna will begin action against a familiar foe in Romanian Edward. His name is UNESCO in the first round of the men's single in the table tennis event at the Paris 2024 Olympics starting on July 26th. That's for tomorrow, Friday. According to a head-to-head report between Aruna and UNESCO, both players have met once, which was during the semi-final of the European Championship League, in which the Romanian defeated Aruna 3-2. So head-to-head, he's more better. Let's talk about the one that happened yesterday that got everybody shocked. The Morocco game against Argentina. Argentina coach Javier Mascherano has slammed the decision to disallow his team late equalizer against Morocco on Wednesday. Argentina thought they had salvaged a 2-2 draw in the Group B match with Christian Medina scoring in the 16 minutes at a time, but crowd trouble occurred and the players were taken off the pitch before the Swedish referee Glenn Nyberg has blown for full time. For some time, the outcome of the match was completely unclear, with the official IOC website indicating the game has ended, but the sides finally reappeared 2 hours later to play out 3 more minutes in by now emptied spectators. Medina's goal was also eventually disallowed for offside following the VR review, and then Morocco, for whom Sofiane Rahimi scored twice, held on to reclaim all 3 points. Now, this is the funniest of them. Wrapping up with this one now. Reacting after the game. It's funny. Mascherano, who was in Argentina team that won the gold medal in 2004, 2008 as well, described it as a cycle. He said, I have not been a coach for long, but never in my career as a player have I seen such a situation like this. I have never seen it before. Wrapping up with headlines on the show, MPFL story, Ogumbote signs a new 2-year deal contract with Shooting Stars, and then I'll be seeing Shooting Stars very soon at the Value Jet Cup going on at Ikene. I will be there very, very soon to give you updates. And lastly, for the CAF Women Champions League qualifier, Adoku update, Edo Queens will secure tickets. Talk about Edo Queens head coach Moses Adoku. She said that her team will fight hard. His team will fight hard, to impress at the 24 CAF Women's Champions League qualifier. The Nigerian champion side will face Ghana Hasaska Ladies, Women's Sport at Chelle Football Club of Burkina Faso, and AS Garde Nationale of Niger in the Group B. Reacting to the draw, which was conducted by the CAF headquarters in Cairo on Wednesday, Aduku said the players will do their best to secure a place in the main tournament. We have seen the draws. We know that Nigeria and Ghana are age-long rivalries in the round leader game. But she said, we are optimistic. We have to get the result right. I just don't think I can do more because time is up. I need to go now, but tomorrow will be another day, and that's the pidgin version of the show. It's a far day you don't want to miss. And that's Friday. Guess what? The Olympics starts. So keep a day to the Paris Olympic 2024. It will be so interesting that I will be giving you all updates about that very one, everything you need to know. But thank you so much for staying with us. I need to go now. I remain Kizikea to tell you I am that man. The only football player without a jersey. Please do well to follow us across our network at VOP TV Live, and also on YouTube we have Voice of the People TV. My name is Kizikea. I'm signing out. Tomorrow I'll see you.